Alright, welcome back everybody to another episode of City Skylines. In the last episode we were just getting the freeway done and a few other things. In this one we're going to go ahead and take care of these guys' problem. I think their main problem is electricity, and of course there's that bug again that's going to be out to get me. I also have to click on that first, and then we can click on that, and now we can click on that. There we go. Yeah, not enough electricity, so we'll go and get that built out. I don't know if this episode we will, but I think we're going to try and get this going as well. But I think definitely in this episode we're going to be widening out this road here. I'm not too sure how it's going to turn out yet. I don't even know if I want to do it necessarily. Or if I just want to maybe make it a one-way street. That's a very good option. And I could make it one way the opposite way just to kind of force people not to come straight in here, and they'd have to, but then I'd put a lot more stress on these roads here. I also want to kind of focus on building on this side of the freeway as well. We're going to do that. But first, we're already emptying out some of these buildings, so that's going to become a problem. But first, let's go ahead and build. Yeah, let's just keep building these for the moment. We'll switch it up here in a minute to the other stuff. I think they're more efficient. I'll need to look at that because I can't remember. It's been a while since I've just started a vanilla, or not a vanilla, but just a standard city like this, and use that type of power, so we'll just have to see. So I mean, we could make this a one-way, and then we could make a one-way this way and then make a one-way that way, which could work. Or we could just widen it out to 2 lanes, which could also work. I mean, that's a pretty good distance in between these roads. It would be alright. And there's nothing stopping us from maybe making it a 2-lane, and then maybe we could do some crazy thing, but curve it up and take it a little bit farther. You know, let's just call it north for now. It'll probably change later on, but let's just say farther north, as I don't think there's a compass in this game. But just take it a little bit farther north, and then take it west, I guess would be the correct term there, and then go from there. So hopefully that'll get you guys settled with power. I need to make sure that it's covered by water. Oh, we have water issues as well. That's what my next thing was going to be to look at. Okay, so let's extend the water out here. And then let's go and build this guy here over. And do that. Should we do 2 just to get it? Well, let's see how much that raises it by. I think we should do 2 just to... Yeah, our budget can handle it. So let's just do that for now, just to try and get those done, so we don't have to deal with that for a while. Hopefully that'll... Yeah, that'll solve most of the issues around here. I think we still have a little bit... Oh, yeah, some garbage, and I think a little bit of crime as well, but I think that'll get flushed out, especially as we start building these roads out as well. But I want to kind of start building on this side of the freeway as well. But this road is definitely getting some traffic on it. I mean, or we could just seriously just drop that up there, and then maybe that won't even be a problem anymore. But I do like how that off-ramp looks, to be completely honest with you. Oh, so many decisions. I mean, that may be a problem later on. I don't know. I mean, this could be a poor design, but it could be a great design as well, because we still need a traffic light here. It could cause problems, especially if we need to time these lights, and we have a lot of people trying to turn left to get on there. But from what I've been experiencing, that's not been a huge deal. But what I would like to start doing, and it might even, because I'm going to kind of hold off on expanding this area for a little bit. What I would like to start doing is building out this side a little bit, building out the office space a little bit, which I think could be good. Oh, that guy doesn't have water out there. Kind of what I was wondering about. Get the offices built out, and then we kind of build out a new kind of area. I don't know if I want to build out something over here, or if I want to maybe go in here over here. Build a couple freeway off-ramps and build a nice little, small little town or suburb over here, which could work out pretty well. I swear it looks like the ground is a little uneven, but it looks a lot more than it is. It's just the shadowing and everything that's crazy. Alright, you just have to be careful because, you know, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about, because I think in the last city I built a freeway along here, but I don't know if I want to do that this time. I think I'll be more concerned about a north. I think we pretty much confirmed this is going to be north. So north-south freeway. Because otherwise there's going to be not very much. Unless we, tie into something here and bring it along the shore. But I really don't want to do that. I mean, it can look cool. But it also, like, what I want to do with this area isn't really going to fit that. So, and I just want to make sure that, the local roads don't get too overwhelmed and that people can get, and services that matter, can get around the city pretty easily. So, I mean, we could build a nice little freeway that comes across and then connects into here. And maybe even does a full interchange here and then curves down. But that's going to limit the amount of, the other problem I have with that is that's going to limit the amount of street interchanges that we can have, just because we're trying to accommodate all these ramps and stuff. We could do kind of a compact interchange as well, where there's only a few ramps and stuff, but that may not be very good either. I mean, that kind of goes against trying to make it easy on everybody to get around, and the one direction that they can't get around is difficult, and it's going to cause problems. So I think we're going to need to sit down and kind of make a master plan at some point for this, to try and just figure out where we need to go. I mean, we're going to need to get another freeway up here or something. How do we want to do that? We can bring it up here and then, yeah, so. But I think the first thing we should do, we have a lot of industry demand. I'm gonna wait on that. We're not gonna build too much out there in this episode. I was thinking of trying to build the next interchange out there, but I don't think we're gonna do that right at the moment. I'm sorry about that. That was my phone. I thought I turned that off. But I think we're gonna wait. If I can turn off my phone here, I think we're gonna wait on that because we're gonna try and build across the street, or the freeway. The freeway here, and let's take care of this large depression right here, because we don't need those right now. That'll just cause some problems. Alright, yeah, I like how this is looking. I really do, and I think that's going to be enough room in between those. Hopefully, this short merge and stuff won't be a problem, but you never know. You never know. Okay, so I'm trying to think here. So we want to build more this way? Not really. Let's build between these two roads. Let's kind of build off of this road for now. What I would like to do is give some space so that the freeway isn't right there, so we're not getting too close, too slammed on traffic, but that's still pretty close. But by doing that, that leaves a lot. So what I'm thinking is maybe we'll kind of curve this guy down and bring it along here, and then try and merge it back up into here. Yeah, that could work. Okay, so we'll start the grid off here, and we're gonna do by ones, which I think is gonna give a pretty good, unique look to this area, and it's gonna look very much like a downtown area. And I'm gonna take it to 2 lanes right off the bat, because I already know what I want out of this area, and I already know how it's gonna turn out, and we're kind of doing good on money right now, so I'm gonna stick with that. So what I would like to do is, it's gonna kind of throw it off just a little bit, but I think it's gonna allow us to get a little bit more stuff in here without hopefully getting too overwhelmed on traffic. And let's make sure that we stay at a regular road, not a bridge. And then, how does this guy want to go? Will it connect up like that? That gives it kind of a unique look. I don't know if I like that sharp turn right there, but that kind of fits in this area, so I think I'm going to leave it. And we're going to build out this guy. We may need to get some, like, diagonal road going in here, because that's kind of what I did in my last city, because there's not really too many cross streets. was about to be mad there for a second. Well, not mad, but kind of upset at myself. But then I realized that we've already done that, so we can just do that now. We don't have to worry about that. So yeah, it's definitely crazy trying to juggle 2 YouTube channels and a full-time job. And this one I'm trying to do daily, at least Monday through Friday. I'm not going to do weekends because weekends are going to be my time to catch up on this channel. It's a lot of work, but you know, I'm a person who loves to work, so it's not that big of a deal. Oh man, does not like that curve. It's kind of what I was thinking of doing, is just doing these. Well, that sucks, but let's go and do that, and then we'll go to. I knew I was going to try and do something stupid like that. Okay, what we need to do is, it's going to look a little dumb right now, but just to prevent City Skylines from trying to dictate what I should do here. And that's overdone. Alright, it still is. Oh, because that's a bridge for some reason. Right? No, it's not. It just looks like it. Okay. Hopefully that works. Yeah, it's still trying to pick it right there because I think that's where it starts going downhill. Let's see if we can kind of work it. Man, kind of have to redo that whole section, but you know, it looks alright. It'll look alright. Trying to delete the off-ramps there. Okay. Hopefully the rest is a little bit easier, but we'll see. But, okay, I don't know if I finish this, but maybe this area will stay the same. But this, I'm going to take the zoning off of this road. And I think we'll put some larger commercial buildings along this first square along here. And then we'll work out from there. Wow. It's just trolling me, I will say that. I know that I wasn't doing that. Okay, so I'm not sure exactly how that's gonna come. At least that's gonna be far enough away, but it's not gonna line up perfectly. Look at that. Yeah, what I'm thinking we could do is maybe start kind of coming at an angle here and kind of build them at different times and then meet them up somehow, which I think could give a pretty cool look. We'll see. We'll mess with that in a second. Oops. We did that one. Alright. I might be able to get away. There we go. Okay. Just force it. If it doesn't do what you want, just force it, right? Yeah, that could be taken the wrong way. Alright, so we'll drag out these guys. So we'll get a pretty good little amount of a boom going on here with some offices and some larger retail, which will look nice. And then that should, I kind of want to redo that. I know that looked good, but I don't know. Just that kind of angle just didn't look right. That looks a lot better. Alright, that's not very much space in between there, but that's better than like being like right here, or like, I guess I could have came off of here. That still would be kind of odd. We'd have to prevent these guys from getting onto the freeway. Because first off, yeah, that would have been a nightmare. Because they probably would have all been rushing down this road to try and get on the freeway. That's just how AI works. As we all know. Alright. So alright, so we got that pretty well zoned out. So yeah, what I'm thinking, this takes a while to get up to ground level, but we can work with that. But we can start doing some squares that are like this, going kind of at the angle of this road, and then this guy could almost just swing into that. Look at that. I think this kind of reminds me of something I did in my other city, but not to this extreme. Let's come straight down just a little bit more. Let's see how that turns out. That's a lot better, yes. That looks pretty good. So that'll just kind of come down and merge into that street. Well, not really merge, just turn into that street. And I'm thinking for at least 2 or 3 squares, we'll be doing this over here. Let me just kind of mark this out. Is that kind of... It's kind of at a different angle, isn't it? I think I might have messed up somewhere. Yeah, that's kind of weird. What the heck? Did I mess up right here? I think I did. Let's try that again. Oh, man. Yeah, I was definitely looking forward to playing this today. Luckily, this is the day I can work from home, but it was quite stressful. I mean, I had a lot of stuff going on here at the house today as well, and it was hard to kind of keep up at work, and it's just, you know, everything just kind of turned into a big mess, so I don't know. Luckily, the day is over, and I was like, I still got to film a video for my other channel, but I'm like, you know, I'll just do that tomorrow, because I usually do a video every Saturday over there anyways, so I was like, you know, I'll just wait, and I'll film that tomorrow, because it should be a fairly simple video. Just because, I mean, it's like, I wanted this video to be done so bad, so. Alright. And I think this one might be a little bit shorter, too. It may not be my normal, well, it might be like my normal videos I got before I had the whole mentality of trying to make them easy on myself. But, I mean, this is actually pretty easy. The hardest part is I use the AMD codec, which, to be honest with you, is very good. I mean, this game is running great. When I was using the other codec it ran okay, but I had to turn down settings. Like, this has some serious settings turned up, and it's still running almost, what, at least 60, which is just incredible. Oops, I didn't do that last part. But the only problem I have is I did download a drive or a codec that worked with supposedly the AMD and NVIDIA codecs or whatever, because Premiere just absolutely refuses to work for it by default. It's really annoying, really frustrating, but it's just the way it is. And but it's crazy to me, because if I drop them into, let's say, Movie Maker, it does it just fine without any additional things, but Premiere Pro can't even figure it out. And I don't even think Movie Maker is supported anymore, at least for Windows 7. I don't know, I could be wrong there, but I'm thinking that it's very limited support or not supported anymore. But it's just, it's crazy. But what I have to do is I have to run it through Handbrake first, you know, put it into another codec, and then drop it into Premiere, go through it. So, I mean, for each video, from recording to final process is probably like 5 hours. If I do a lot of these videos at once, it'll probably go a little bit smoother, but, you know, right now I've been just recording them as I need them, which normally is not how I like to do it, but it's just the way I've had to do it since I kind of decided at the last minute I was going to do this daily. So for now, we're going to, oh, look at that, look at that. I think we're going to have to kind of fix this up here. But yeah, the hardest part is trying to do the double encoding, which, you know, it's not hard, it just takes more time, which is the problem. It's like, not only did you spend the time making the video, but now you gotta go re-encode it again, which, you know, that could be time spent uploading or time spent editing or whatever, but, you know, it's not that big of a deal. It's really not. It's like, at first, when I first was doing it, it's like, oh, I don't really want to do that, but, you know, it's like, it's just, if that's what I have to do to get good performance out of this game, then that's what I'm going to do, so, alright. So we're going to go ahead and drag power lines past here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. We're going to just try and make it look decent, at least. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take out that square just to provide power, and of course there's absolutely nothing to be built over here, which is nice. And I think I just said nesting, which I don't even know what that means. Alright. You know, it's gonna be on the sidewalk. It's actually not gonna put a pole at all. I'm gonna leave that. You know what? I'm gonna leave that. Just for you guys, to make sure you guys got power. I'm gonna leave that. I'm not too sure how these are going to come together right at this point. We could curve and kind of mash it up from there, but I don't know yet. We'll figure this out. We're kind of just figuring this out as we go, and you guys are so dumb. Are you guys going to connect now? Why would you build all the way over there? Obviously. Oh, come on. We just need one more building in here. There we go. Thank you. Alright, so that should take care of our industry demand at least. Now, that is going to be more. We're going to have traffic coming this way now as opposed to just going that way. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. But it's honestly not a huge amount. Even with some of the larger commercial buildings that we have over here, it's really not going to be that big of a deal. So, how does that look? I bet that looks pretty cool. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. And then when you're on this road right here, and you just have the freeway down there, yeah, that's pretty neat. Those power poles look good. This one, not so much. I mean, this one's missing a whole pole right there, but, you know, it works. It works for now. We'll fix it later. I really just don't care right at this point. I don't know why. Normally that would bug me, but right now it's just like, meh, whatever. Alright. So, just want to kind of keep an eye on traffic, make sure that no one's getting too frustrated. And see, the way the problem I foresee at this, right, with it being like this, is if they're making a left turn onto this road and they're coming down to here, this is a longer distance than if it got off here. So that means that if we time this light, we have to also have to account for traffic coming through here, which should be fine. You know, because we could time it where, you know, these guys go and then these guys go, which is fine. But again, it's like if we have this as a 2-lane road, that's going to add a whole nother complexity. So I'm not going to worry about it too much right now. We do have a lot of traffic coming down there. I did not realize. So, wow, we almost need to one-way these roads, don't we? I don't know what I'm doing so different in this city, but my last city, like, they followed, like, these main arterials really well. I didn't do anything crazy like this, but they still did pretty good, and they didn't have any really bad backups. I don't know what's going on. Oh, I don't know. This game sometimes, it could be the presidential mod updates, because it's actually had a couple updates. Like, you saw the awe I had in the last episode was just incredible that they added the ability to turn off the crossings at certain intersections, which was just mind-blowing. So it's just crazy. So, alright. Yeah, there's just so much traffic in out there. But, I mean, it's moving. It's moving for now. I'm not going to disturb this area just yet. I'm not. I'm going to kind of focus on this area. What is your problem? Oh, yes, crime rate. We don't have anything over here. We need to build some police and some fire. I want to build this guy just to get this out of the way, because I know they're going to complain. And then we can build a fire station right back behind it. Look at that. It was like it was almost planned, but it wasn't. I just kind of threw those down right there and I hope for the best. Well, I think we can probably get away with a park back there, but I'm not going to do that right now. And we don't even offer a park to our citizens, so... oh, that's kind of messed up, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, traffic's doing good. I think we're going to need to do some the lane markings, because you saw there they were kind of stopping. I mean, it wasn't causing a traffic backup, but it just irks me a little bit, and it just doesn't look right. You know, that's the best way I can put it. It just doesn't look right. So, and this is going to need some extra lanes. This, yeah. So, but I mean, right now, honestly, it's the least of our worries. Wow, this guy is literally built. Wow. Could you imagine on the house right there? Like, you come out your back door and it's just drop. Just a straight drop down. That's crazy. But like I said, I think this episode is going to be a little bit shorter for today. It's Friday. I'm kind of wanting to... I was kind of wanting to dabble in this game a little bit, but I need to get some other videos done, and I also want to go full force and try and get all of next week's videos done this weekend as well. So I kind of keep this one short so it's easier to upload and whatnot. And I know we didn't get too much done, but we did get this area done. That was kind of my main goal, and that's what we got done. So as always, guys, don't forget to subscribe and like. And as always, thanks for watching.